Forget the idea that the World Raid is simply a bigger, better Tenere 700. On paper, it looks like the obvious upgrade. More fuel, more suspension capability, and more equipment for serious adventure riding. But there's a catch. Every upgrade adds something, and sometimes that something is weight, complexity, cost, or another component you eventually have to maintain. So the real question isn't which Tenere has the better specification sheet, it's this. Which one has the better engineering philosophy for the way you actually ride? Because once we look beyond the showroom numbers, these two bikes start telling two very different stories. When you tear down the structural architecture of the standard Tenere 700, the raw numbers tell a very specific story. A double-cradle high-tensile steel tube frame, a 1,595mm wheelbase, an 875mm seat height, a 205kg wet curb weight with a 27-degree rake and 105mm of trail. Look closely at the robotic MIG weld passes along that main spine. Yamaha engineered just enough lateral compliance into the thin wall tubing to absorb terrain deflection before it reaches your wrists. It is lean, tightly packaged, and completely free of excess mass. The non-removable subframe remains a manufacturing compromise to cut frame assembly costs, but overall, the geometry creates an exceptionally nimble chassis with light rotational inertia when picking lines through technical rocky sections. Now, pivot your eyes to the structural blueprint of the World Raid. The same fundamental steel backbone, but stretched to a 1,595mm wheelbase with an 890mm seat height, an increased trail geometry, and a fully fueled wet weight ballooning up to 220 kilograms. That 15-kilogram mass penalty is concentrated almost entirely above the engine block. The dual side-mounted fuel tanks do lower the fluid level slightly, but the sheer cross-sectional width forces your knees outward, increasing aerodynamic drag and making low-speed standing transitions far more physically demanding. While the heavier footprint gives the World Raid massive gyroscopic high-speed stability on wind-blasted highways, that extra mass creates severe chassis deflection when dropping into deep sand ruts, forcing the frame to work twice as hard to maintain tracking precision. Moving inside the crankcases, let us examine the mechanical heartbeat powering the standard Tenere 700, a 689 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin generating 73.4 horsepower at 8,750 RPM and 68 Newton-meters of torque at 6,500 RPM, running an 11.5 to 1 compression ratio through a dual overhead cam 4-valve per cylinder head. This CP2 power plant is a triumph of cost-effective production engineering. The 270-degree cross-plane crankshaft eliminates inertial torque fluctuations, delivering direct, linear throttle connection. Because the mechanical clearances are generous and oil routing uses high-pressure cast channels rather than external fragile lines, internal friction is remarkably low. The cooling circuit uses a compact single radiator with simple stamped aluminum shrouding that sheds heat effortlessly at trail speeds without needing secondary electric booster fans. Compare those exact baseline figures directly with the World Raid's Powertrain, identical 689cc displacement, matching 73.4 horsepower output, identical 68 Newton-meter torque curve, and the exact same 11.5 to 1 compression ratio. Mechanically, Yamaha did not give the World Raid a single extra internal bearing, titanium valve, or revised transmission gear ratio. What they did change is the intake airbox layout to accommodate the twin-tank plumbing, which slightly alters intake resonance. You are asking the exact same friction-reducing molybdenum-coated pistons to push an extra 15 kilograms of dead rolling mass through the same final drive ratios. On the highway, the World Raid's engine runs at the identical 5,500 RPM at 70 miles per hour, but the higher aerodynamic drag forces the throttle butterflies open further, eroding fuel efficiency and making sixth-gear overtakes feel distinctly sluggish compared to the lightweight base model. When you inspect the suspension kinematics and braking hardware, the standard machine presents basic functional hardware, a 43mm YKB inverted fork with 210mm of travel, a link-type rear shock with 200mm of travel offering remote preload adjustability, twin 282mm wave rotors clamped by dual-piston axial Brembo calipers up front, and a single 245mm rear disc. The baseline damper valving is built to a strict production budget. While the low unsprung mass keeps the front wheel tracking well on moderate gravel, the standard fork exhibits excessive hydraulic dive under hard emergency braking on asphalt. The non-adjustable rebound and basic shim stack pack down quickly under repeated high-velocity washboard impacts, exposing the price point limitations of the standard valving. Step across to the World Raid's underpinnings and the specification jump is dramatic. 43mm Kashima-coated YKB fully adjustable forks offering 230mm of travel. A piggyback reservoir rear shock delivering 220mm of travel with full high and low speed damping adjustability, paired with the identical 282mm dual front rotors and 245mm rear disc. This is where real engineering money went. The Kashima coating drops stiction significantly, allowing the front tire to track micro imperfections with sublime control. Combined with the factory-fitted Öhlins adjustable steering damper, the World Raid's chassis remains entirely composed under violent high-speed rock strikes where the standard bike would shake its bars. However, because both machines use the exact same brake calibers and master cylinder leverage ratios, the World Raid's additional kinetic energy noticeably increases total stopping distance during panic braking on hot asphalt.
Examining the electronic integration, the standard Tenere 700 features a portrait-oriented 5-inch full-color TFT display, 3-mode selectable ABS, standard smartphone connectivity, and simple mechanical handlebar switch cubes. The wiring harness on this machine is an engineer's dream of pragmatic minimalism. The CAN bus architecture is clean, weather-sealed loom runs are kept short, and there is almost no software bloat to introduce parasitic battery draw or communication bus errors in remote backcountry environments. Navigating the UI takes a single thumb toggle, letting you defeat rear-wheel ABS on the fly without digging through nested software submenus. The World Raid upgrades this interface to a 5-inch multi-theme TFT display with full mobile navigation mirroring, 3-level selectable ABS modes, an integrated USB-C port, and a secondary switch cluster on the left bar. While the interface looks modern on paper, the physical execution introduces unnecessary failure points. The dual fuel level sender architecture requires complex algorithm averaging to calculate tank balance, which is notorious for erratic fuel gauge readouts on steep inclines. The electronic routing runs through tight clearances around the secondary fuel breathers, creating long-term vibration chafing risks along the secondary subharness that do not exist on the simplified base model. Finally, let us look at the financial realities and long-term ownership costs. The standard Tenere 700 enters the market with a base MSRP of $10,799, 6,000-mile minor oil service intervals, a 26,600-mile valve clearance inspection threshold, and a standard 1-year warranty. Accessing the spark plugs, air filter, and valve cover takes 20 minutes with basic hand tools. Because the panels are small and modular, low-speed trail drops result in cheap plastic replacement costs, keeping total cost of ownership exceptionally low, while holding legendary 85% 5-year resale values. The World Raid commands an elevated base MSRP around $13,500, carrying the identical 6,000-mile service intervals, the same 26,600-mile valve check requirements, and the identical 1-year factory warranty. But do not be fooled by matching service intervals. Doing routine maintenance on the World Raid is an absolute workshop headache. Stripping the dual fuel tanks, interlinked crossover fuel lines, and complex fairing brackets nearly triples the labor time for routine valve adjustments and air filter cleanings. In 3 to 5 years, second-hand buyers gravitate toward the pure, unmolested base model, meaning you will absorb steep front-end depreciation on the World Raid's accessory markup while paying higher shop labor rates every single season. Here's the brutal engineering ultimatum. If your daily riding involves weekend trail exploration, local back roads, and raw technical single track where low mass and field repairability dictate your survival, buy the standard Tenere 700. Because its underlying engineering is built specifically for that load.
But if you fit the category of a pure long-distance transcontinental explorer who stays planted in the saddle for 500-mile days on corrugated desert highways, buying the standard bike and trying to aftermarket upgrade its suspension and fuel capacity is a massive engineering mismatch that will waste your hard-earned money. Ride the machine that matches the physics of your journey, not the marketing brochure. If this transparent engineering breakdown saved you from an expensive showroom mistake, consider subscribing to support genuine consumer advocacy. Stay sharp, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.